Every city has its own rhythm, the noise of buses, the honk of bikes, the rush of people chasing their day. And somewhere in the chaos, a different tribe wakes up, that is Ayurvedic medicos. Some of us fight with alarms, some run with toothbrushes in hand, and some simply wish mornings never existed. Between half slept eyes, hurried breakfasts, and last minute notes, we all carry the same dream to learn, to heal, and to serve. This is our routine, funny and messy, yet deeply meaningful, because hidden in these mornings lies the beginning of something much bigger.
Our days were fully packed. Lectures, practicals, hospital side, patients, and even OT session. As an Ayurvedic mini course, sometimes it was busy, serious, and interesting.
But in the middle of this routine, something different appeared. A small Instagram post, CHARAKA for children. At first, my friends laughed. Too much work, bro. Impossible with 50 members. But that little post felt different. Out of the box, a chance to step beyond our books and wards. Slowly, doubt gave way to curiosity, and curiosity turned into excitement. And finally, we decided to take the spark into our classrooms. As we carried the spark into our classrooms, at first, even our classmates said it wasn't possible. But slowly, with persistence and a little bit of fun convincing, we gathered more support. We seniors then went to our juniors. We told them about CHARAKA for children, not just a project, but an opportunity to step out of routine and create something meaningful. Soon, registration began, forms were passed, doubts were cleared, and excitement grew. But for a project of this scale, we needed strong guidance, so we went individually to each teacher asking for their support and mentorship. With Dr. Ashwini Patil ma'am as project head, Dr. Shrinivas Raddi sir as project manager, and Dr. Avinash Katti sir as project coordinator, our direction became clear and our confidence stronger. And finally, what started as a small spark became a strong team of 50 members, 10 heads, and 40 volunteers. And this was the beginning of our journey.
The team was finally formed, and it was a big relief, but the real milestone was waiting for us, the permissions.
First, we approached our principal. The wait in the corridor felt endless, files in the hand, legs shaking, and tension rising. But once we explained our vision, the principal sir was convinced and supportive. Next, with our teachers by our side, we approached the DDPI of Dharwad. To our joy, they appreciated our project and happily granted permissions, along with the approval of 4 schools in Kundgold cluster. We then met the BEO of Kundgold, who welcomed our idea with a smile, appreciated our initiative, and assured us that schools would fully cooperate. With their best wishes, we felt our journey becoming more real. But the challenge didn't end here. We tried to reach the district health officer, the taluka health officer, and even community health workers. Their schedules were tight, but they assured us that before October, the official permissions would be signed. After days of tension, waiting, and explaining, the permissions were finally in our hands. It wasn't easy, but this was a real challenge, and crossing it gave us the courage to move ahead. After the permissions, it was time to step into the real field, the baseline survey. Out of 50 members, 25 were chosen, and together we boarded our college bus, filled with excitement and a little nervousness, heading towards Yeliwad. On the way, we divided ourselves into 3 teams under our teachers. Team 1 with Dr. Ashwini Patil ma'am, Team 2 with Dr. Avinash Katti sir, Team 3 with Dr. Srinivas Reddy sir. Team 1 under Dr. Ashwini ma'am first visited two schools, C.I. Hiregaudar Girls Kannada Medium Primary School and T.R. Hiregaudar English Medium School. At the girls' school, the headmistress welcomed us warmly. We asked about academics, sports, and extracurricular activities. The students shared their struggles in understanding a few subjects, but their spirit was strong. They were especially good at sports and cultural programs. Their energy left us inspired. Next, we went to the English medium school. The process was similar. The headmistress agreed happily and students too spoke about difficulties in certain subjects and health concerns. But compared to the girls' school, they showed less interest in sports and extracurriculars. Still, their cooperation gave us confidence. Meanwhile, Team 2 with Dr. Avinash sir visited GHS school. The headmaster welcomed us wholeheartedly with supportive staff and enthusiastic students. The survey went smoothly. Team 3, guided by Dr. Shrinivas sir, reached Model Primary Kannada Medium School. The headmistress listened patiently, granted permissions, and encouraged us. Students here too interacted freely, helping us understand their academics, health, and campus environment. Among the four schools, only T.R. Hiregaudar was English medium, while the rest were Kannada medium. Each school had its uniqueness. Finally, all teams regrouped, sharing our observations with joy and laughter. We boarded the bus back to Hubli, our notebooks filled with data and our hearts filled with experiences. It wasn't just a survey, it was our first step into the lives of the children we hope to reach. After the baseline survey, the new challenge began. Discussion for the selection of the topic.
The classroom turned into a think tank. Students came up with fresh ideas, teachers patiently listened, screened each suggestions, and guided us towards the most practical and impactful choice. Once the topic was finalized, the real groundwork started. We began preparing the presentation in line with the official brochure, correcting and refining it again and again until it felt just right. Next came the planning tools, a Gantt chart carefully mapping our timeline and responsibilities. I stood at the board, drawing a web of all the tasks to be covered, explaining the plan step by step so that everyone knew their role clearly. Together we drafted questionnaires based on the topic, making sure each question would capture exactly what we needed. Finally, our proposal was ready. We presented it before the RID cell, listened to their suggestions and polished it further. And with that, the topic was officially selected. A moment of pride, relief and excitement for the journey ahead.
So even after the baseline survey, something within us felt incomplete. We were not satisfied. So, to get more grip and confidence over our topic, we visited our school once again. This time without our teachers, we prepared fresh questionnaires and boarded the bus to Yeliwal. Just us, our team and the spark to do better. Divided into 4 groups, we reached each school and handed the questionnaires to the selected students. We patiently guided them, cleared their doubts, and carefully observed their responses. But somewhere in between those questions and answers, something magical happened. We laughed with them, we played games in the schoolyard, we clapped, we danced, we sang together. The classrooms echoed not just with surveys, but with joy. For the first time, it didn't feel like just a project. It felt like a bond, a bridge forming between us and the children. And when it was finally time to leave, we returned to Hubli with notebooks full of data, hearts full of warmth, and a heavy feeling of leaving those little smiles behind. From the spark in our routine to forming a team of 50, and now we are in the end. From standing nervously with files in front of principals and officers to standing joyfully among children with smiles and laughter, every step, permissions, surveys, questionnaires or plans became more than just tasks. They became memories. This Purva Karma taught us that Ayurveda is not limited to textbooks or wards. It breathes in real life, in real people, in the bright eyes of children who are our future. What we began as a preparation has become transformation. We started with questions and returned with stories, hope and a purpose. Today, we end the Purva Karma, but the journey of Charaka for children has only just begun.